Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. Today I'm filming a video I had no plan or intention on filming, but this past Thursday I was laid off from my job and I don't have a clue what I'm going to do next. So just a little bit of background. I had been working at this company for almost 8 years. I did not have any notice that this layoff was going to happen. I logged into work, worked for an hour, had a meeting, and was told that this layoff was effective immediately, etc., all of the corporate things they tell you when your position's eliminated or you're getting laid off or whatever. Initially, I was just in complete shock. I cried on the call when they told me, and I don't feel any shame about that because I had no clue that this was going to happen. This is completely out of nowhere. After the call letting me know that I was no longer employed, I let my family know, let my partner know, let some of my close friends know, and I spent a good portion of the day crying and kind of just freaking out and feeling very shocked and surprised. And today is Monday, so it has been only 4 days since this has happened, and I still can't believe that it happened. I feel like I should be working right now, and when I woke up this morning, I was thinking about work and like what I had to do at work, and it just feels very surreal. I did already file for unemployment and look over some paperwork that my previous employer sent me, and I started browsing for jobs, and it's just been a lot, and I want this video to be very candid. And I know that I'm not the only person that's lost a job. Obviously, we went through a worldwide pandemic a couple years ago, so a lot of people lost their job, and this is nothing new, and I'm no one important, but I just wanted to share my experience and my thoughts because I know there's other people out there that are going through this, and I don't think it's talked about enough, especially if you've been with a company for a long period of time. Like me, I've been there almost 8 years, and I was actually just recently promoted 6 months ago, so I would have never thought that I would be getting the axe or laid off because I felt like it was pretty secure, even though in the back of my head there was always that like what if, and I always knew that no job was really secure because we learned that from the past couple years with how the world has really been going. So since this originally happened, I did take some time to try to figure out what I wanted, and I browsed at jobs. I didn't have a LinkedIn profile anymore. I deleted it years ago, so I created a new one to look at jobs, and I don't even have an updated resume because I wasn't planning on needing an updated resume. So I still have to do that yet, and it just feels like a lot right now. Since Thursday, I have looked at a few jobs, but looking at them has felt quite overwhelming just because I'm looking at all of the qualifications people want for jobs, and then I'm questioning myself about whether I have the right qualifications. Like, what are my hard skills? What are my soft skills? I'm 33, so I have been working since I was 15 in various jobs and roles. So I'm still wondering to myself, do I have enough skills and enough experience to get a job that's going to allow me to continue working from home? Am I going to be able to make the same amount of money I was making at my previous job? Am I going to have to build up my PTO again? Benefits, things like that. Prior to this job, I was in my 20s and I was really able to take anything because I didn't have a lot of experience. I was only out of college for a few years, so I really just was able to accept whatever. But now that I've gotten used to a certain salary and a certain amount of PTO, and especially working from home, which is like my number one thing, how am I going to find something that aligns with all my priorities? So that's really been on my mind a lot since this has all happened. And I apologize because I might jump around in this video because there's just so much going on in my head that I want to share. I don't really feel like I'm currently in the right headspace to apply for jobs, and the thought of having to go in and interview with someone and explain I was laid off and this is what I did at my other job, and kind of just like put on the whole like professional corporate mask that you kind of have to put on to get a job just seems so exhausting to me right now, and I'm just not in the mental state to do that. So I don't know how long that's going to last. I think maybe it's just because I still can't believe that I don't have a job, and I'm still in the mindset of I have to wake up and do the job I've been doing for the past, several years now. So I don't know. I don't know if that's going to go away. Obviously, if I want to, get a new job, which I basically have to get a new job, that is something that I'm going to have to overcome. So I know that in order to get to that next step, I do need to give myself some time and some space to mentally put myself in a good place to even interview or talk to a future employer, because I'm just not ready right now. And along the lines of future employment, prior to the layoff thing, I had thought for the past couple years about moving in a direction that was closer to what I went to school for. So I went for video production at the Art Institute and then transferred to another school for broadcast journalism. And I never ended up doing anything with that. So the job that I was just laid off from was not anywhere associated with like video production or journalism or anything like that. I have thought on occasion about moving into digital marketing or social media management or content strategy on like a corporate level. And I researched different online courses that you can take. So for example, Google has a digital marketing and e-commerce certificate that they partner with Coursera for. And so that was something that I wanted to take, and I went back and forth on it, and I did look at positions in the communication department at my previous job before, just to see like what skills they were looking for. So that was kind of always on the back burner, and I never pursued it. And now I'm thinking that maybe that's what I should be doing. And I kind of wish I would have started it sooner, because I wouldn't be in such a time crunch to find a job. I at least wish I would have started taking some courses or doing something to get a portfolio together for potential employers. But that didn't happen, so I have to make the best with the situation I have at hand. And so I'm trying to stay positive, and I'm trying to think, maybe the universe is giving me this chance to do something different. Maybe it is giving me a chance to pursue that career that's kind of always been put on the back burner. Maybe this is the kickstart that I needed. And very similar to that is, of course, my YouTube channel and just content creation on a personal brand level. So originally when I created the YouTube channel, the goal in the back of my head was always this would be a really great side hustle, but I was never able to figure out how to add YouTube into my life consistently around my 9 to 5 to make it work where I could put out a video every week or every other week, because I always felt like something was coming up or something was draining my energy from my regular job, that I couldn't put energy and creativity into content creation. So the big dream job has always been being a content creator. And so that was something that I always had in the back of my head as well. And now that I have all this time in my hands, I'm just like, I should really pursue this. Like, I should not waste my time. I should focus on YouTube. I should focus on learning about social media and marketing. And even if I don't make it as a YouTuber or a content creator on my personal brand, at least I can bring that experience into like a corporate digital marketing job and say like, hey, you know, like these are the skills I have, and this is how I got those skills by doing this on my own and being a self-starter. So with all of that going on in my mind, I think I am going to give full-time content creation a try. This past Saturday, I sat down, looked at all of the ideas I had for my channel, and mapped out a plan to give full-time content creation a try. So for the next 4 or 5 weeks, I'm going to try to publish a video once a week. And after that, I'm going to try to add in 2 videos a week and see how that goes. I also would like to dabble a little bit in short form video, so Instagram, TikTok, shorts. I am not very active on TikTok or Instagram at all. I don't even have TikTok or Instagram on my phone until literally 2 days ago. I put it on there so I could see what was going on those channels and kind of look at the trends and stuff. Because I really just don't use it. I don't personally enjoy looking at content that's short form. So I want to see if I could branch into that a little bit just to expand my horizons with social media and content creation. I mainly am going to focus on YouTube because that's what I really like doing. I love watching YouTube. I like the long form content. I like making videos in that type of environment. So that's really what I want to focus on. As far as like a niche for the channel, I'm just going to keep doing what I have been doing, which is mostly lifestyle content. It is going to be a little bit different now that my life isn't kind of focused around having a 9 to 5. So my flow and my routines are going to be different. And I think I'm going to make that just a part of my channel. For example, I would really like to start a vlog series called like the Unemployed Diaries or something that's just documenting my unemployment experience and how I'm doing and creating resumes and applying to jobs and like kind of just tracking my process of this whole situation and seeing how that goes. And there's some other maybe little side hustle things I might try to do to make some extra cash. So, you know, I have something in the bank for a while until I can find something else. And that's something that I think I would like to share as well. So that is kind of like the plan that I came up with within the last 4 days of unexpectedly losing my job and still slightly being in shock. I know it is going to take time to just accept the situation. And I don't feel angry. And I don't even really feel sad. I just feel like, well, like, what do I do now? And I feel like the whole process of finding a job sounds very exhausting to me. So that's really where I'm at right now. And I will keep you updated as everything progresses. But I just wanted to share with you basically my experience so far of what it's like to be working for someone for 8 years and then just, that's it, like gone. Honestly, it feels like, it kind of feels like you just got broken up with. That's the only way that I can really explain it, is like you put a lot of time and energy into something for so long and you get so used to like the habit of that thing, and then all of a sudden it's like out of nowhere it's gone. And I know that we shouldn't base our whole lives around our job. Like, I am not my job title. That's not who I am. And even though I have always felt that, it still is very, very weird to not do a job you've been doing for so long and to suddenly have all this time and space open and have all these relationships that you created just end. I think no matter what your job situation is or how you feel about your job, going from working to not working is definitely a hard transition. But I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to keep my mind open. I just keep reminding myself the universe gave you this chance everything is happening for a reason. I'm exactly where I am meant to be, and when one door closes, another door opens. I know that sounds really cheesy, but sometimes you need to just be cringe and say those affirmations to like get yourself through the day and to stay productive and stay positive. So that's what I'm doing. So maybe this video resonated with you because you are in the situation that I'm in currently or have been in the past. If you are, let me know what your experience was like in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you and be able to support you and support each other like in this situation. Going forward, you should be expecting a video once a week from me. I am really hoping to make this happen and really want to give this as much of my time and energy that I can to try to do this as a full-time side hustle. So I really appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.